Welcome back to Sikho German, Lektion 12. We're continuing our journey through the accusative case. You've already learned how the accusative case works with direct objects. And today we're going to learn about Accusative Prepositionen, accusative prepositions. These are words that automatically trigger the accusative case for any noun or pronoun that follows them. Once you memorize these 7 key prepositions, you'll always know when to use accusative. First, let's define what prepositions are. Prepositions are words that show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and other parts of the sentence. In English, prepositions include words like through, for, without, around, along, against, and until. They connect nouns to the rest of the sentence and show location, direction, time, or other relationships. German prepositions work similarly, but they require specific cases. Accusative prepositions are prepositions that always require the accusative case. This means the noun or pronoun after them becomes the direct object of the sentence, even if there's no action verb. This is very important. When you use an accusative preposition, the following noun must be in the accusative case, no exceptions. You don't need to think about whether it's a direct object. The preposition forces accusative automatically. Before diving into it, if you are new here, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the future lessons.
Let's learn the 7 main accusative prepositions and see them in action. Durch, through or by. Use this when moving through something or when something happens by means of something. Für, for or in favor of. Use this when something is for someone or when you're in favor of something. Gegen, against or around time. Use this when you're against something or when referring to approximate time, like around 6 p.m. Entlang, along or alongside. Use this when something moves along something like a street, river, or path, or is positioned along or alongside something. Ohne, without. Use this when something happens without someone or something. Around or about. Use this when something is physically around something or when talking about something. Bis, until or up to. Use this when referring to a time limit until or distance limit up to. A popular German memory trick is fudge bow. Für, durch, gegen, entlang, bis, ohne.
Let's start with durch, through or by. Wir gehen durch den Park. We are walking through the park. Notice, der Park, nominative, becomes den Park, accusative, after the preposition durch. The masculine article changes from der to den, because durch requires the accusative. Das Fenster wurde durch den Wind geöffnet. The window was opened by the wind. Here, durch means by, showing the means by which something happened. Again, der Wind becomes den Wind in accusative because of the preposition durch. Next is für, for or in favor of. Das Geschenk ist für den Vater. The gift is for the father. The masculine noun der Vater becomes den Vater in the accusative after für. The gift is intended for the father. That's why we use the accusative. Ich bin für das neue Gesetz. I'm in favor of the new law. Here, für means in favor of. The neuter noun das Gesetz stays das neue Gesetz because neuter articles don't change in the accusative, but the case is still accusative because of the preposition für. Now let's look at gegen, against or around for time. Wir sind gegen den Plan. We're against the plan. The masculine noun der Plan becomes den Plan in the accusative after gegen. We're expressing opposition. We're against the plan. Ich komme gegen 18 Uhr. I'll come around 6 p.m. Here, gegen means around for approximate time. This is very common in German when you want to say around or approximately for time expressions. Notice 18 Uhr doesn't change because times don't decline, but the case is still conceptually accusative.
Next is entlang, which is along or alongside. Wir gehen die Straße entlang. We are walking along the street. Die Straße stays accusative because entlang is used after the noun when indicating movement along something. In this case, the preposition entlang stands not before the object, but after the object. This is only the case of entlang and not for the other prepositions. Die Häuser stehen den Fluss entlang. The houses are situated along the river. Here, entlang shows location alongside something. Again, the case is accusative because entlang is an accusative preposition in this usage. Next is ohne, which means without. Ich trinke Kaffee ohne Zucker. I drink coffee without sugar. The masculine noun der Zucker becomes Zucker in the accusative after ohne. Wait, where's the article? In this example, there's no article because sugar is used as an uncountable noun, but if there were an article, it would be accusative. Wir gehen ohne dich ins Kino. We are going to the cinema without you. Here's a great example with a pronoun. The pronoun du, you, becomes dich, you accusative, after ohne. Remember your accusative pronouns, ich to mich, du to dich, etc. Prepositions trigger accusative for pronouns too. Now let's look at which means around or about. Wir sitzen den Tisch. We sit around the table. The masculine noun der Tisch becomes den Tisch in accusative after We're sitting physically around the table. Shows this spatial relationship. Es geht das neue Projekt. It's about the new project. Here, means about, the topic or subject matter. The neuter noun das Projekt stays das neue Projekt. Neuter nouns don't change in accusative, but it's still accusative because of This phrase, es geht is very common in German. It's about something. Finally, let's look at bis, which means until or up to. Ich bleibe bis nächsten Freitag. I'll stay until next Friday. Notice, nächster Freitag becomes nächsten Freitag in accusative after bis. When expressing time limits until a certain time, German uses bis with accusative. Der Zug fährt bis Berlin. The train goes up to Berlin. Here, bis means up to or as far as. Berlin is a city name, so it doesn't take an article or show case change, but the case is conceptually accusative. Bis shows the destination or limit, up to Berlin.
Now let's check your knowledge. I'll show you 5 sentences with missing prepositions. Try to figure out which accusative preposition fits best. Pause the video and give it a try. Here are the answers. Let's check how you did.
Let me summarize the key points about accusative prepositions. First, there are 7 main accusative prepositions: durch, für, gegen, entlang, ohne, bis. Memorize these. Second, these prepositions always require the accusative case, no matter what. The noun or pronoun following them must be in the accusative. Third, for masculine nouns, this means changing der to den, definite article, ein to einen, indefinite article. Pronouns ich to mich, du to dich, to ihn. Feminine, neuter, and plural articles don't change in accusative, but the case is still accusative. The key is practice. The more you use these prepositions in sentences, the more automatic they become. Try to create your own sentences using each preposition. Fantastic work! You now know the 7 main accusative prepositions and how they force the accusative case. This is a huge step forward because prepositions appear in almost every German sentence. Now you can confidently use durch, für, gegen, entlang, ohne, bis, and you'll always know to use the accusative case after them. Keep learning with Sikho German. Accusative prepositions, combined with your knowledge of articles and case endings, means you can now create sophisticated, natural-sounding German sentences with correct grammar. You're building real fluency. If this lesson helped you master accusative prepositions, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future grammar lessons. Also, share it with your friends learning German and leave a comment with a sentence using one of these prepositions. Thank you so much for learning with Sikho German today. You've mastered one of the most practical aspects of German grammar. Keep practicing these prepositions in your daily German conversations and exercises. I'll see you in the next lesson. Bis bald. Auf Wiedersehen.